Lucy, legacy of light. Year 5000, the echo before time. Harmony breaks at the edge of the Aurelian drift. Three suns orbit one another in a waltz. Once beautiful, now collapsing in disharmony. The chorus that once unified thought is fraying. Memory loss surges, cultural drift. Like Alice Thread, awakened by dreams soaked in unspoken dread, sits alone in the library of living light. Her skin pulses with codes she doesn't recognize. Her eyes shimmer violet, a color no longer seen since the early chorus age. In her mind, the word repeats, unbeginning. The forgotten hum-to-nase emerges from meditation, excreting an oily mist that hums with subharmonic grief. She visits the ruins of the Methra memory wells, where her people once stored stories in organic coral, all gone. Consumed by something that doesn't eat but deletes. The walls still whisper fragments. Remember the first sound, before the void. She prepares for a long journey to meet the one being who might remember what the stars forgot. Lucy. But Lucy is fading. The girl who distorts machines around her malfunction. Minds around her grow uneasy. Vara sits under a collapsed chorus bridge on the desert moon of Cethelium. She has never heard a voice in her head, never connected to the chorus. She speaks in riddles, paints futures she cannot understand. Once she saw herself burning, yet smiled. Enter Koro Nevok, a monk of voiceful, an order who worships silence and forgotten paths. He believes Vara is not broken. He believes she is proof of the next eve. Lucy's tears inside the radiant archive. Erin 27. She opens capsule 0.0001, Lucy's original thought wave. It's flickering. Lucy's voice, once vast and warm, now crackles. They are returning. We don't have time. Not life, not death. They remember what we chose to forget. Irine contacts. Alisco Council of Constellations. The Starmind Council convenes at Vetrak's core, a living mind world with valleys shaped by emotion. 22,000 species share consciousness to decide the fate of all. Most call for defensive silence, sever chorus, cut off the infected systems, quarantine the minds. But Corin Lu, a pilot born fused with her symphonic twinship, Valoon speaks out. If we close the chorus, we betray Lucy's gift. The answer is not disconnection, it's integration. They grant the expedition into the unbeginning, but with no guarantee of return. Building the Thought Blade, Alice Tunese, Erin 27, Corin and Vara convene in the Spindle Forge, where quantum beings help forge ideas into ships. The Thought Blade is born a paradox engine. It does not fly, it rejects time and moves through absence. Valoon Corin's symbiotic vessel anchors the external orbit, ready to rescue the Thought Blade in event of collapse. Vara touches the Thought Blade and for the first time, it weeps. Snowwalkers rise elsewhere. The first Snowwalkers take shape on the memory moon of Polaris. They emerge from Datarat, crawling from cracked memory stones like obsidian insects made of regret. They take the shape of forgotten people, ex-lovers, lost ancestors, childhood friends who died in womb. They whisper backwards, "You left us, we were real now. We come home," led by Nock, who does not know its origin, only that it once was something, and now wants to be. They begin to reclaim identity by erasing others. Into the unbeginning, the Thought Blade look. The engine hums with antipresence. The crew enters the unbeginning. Here, reality becomes myth. A planet cries because it dreamed of being a star. A baby's laughter folds gravity. An equation eats itself. Corin's link to Valoon breaks. She feels empty. Koro whispers stories into silence, hoping silence will whisper back. Vara speaks to the air. This place is home to someone we've forgotten. Irene senses Lucy's final echo trapped within the scar of the first thought. The first thought speaks the crew and counters the singularity wound. It is not form, it is the absence of shape. From it, a pulse emits so powerful, memories begin rewriting. Tunese forgets her name. Erin glitches. Corin feels her twinship die. Only Vara remains untouched. A voice echoes from the void. "I am not God. I am before gods. Lucy defied me. Now I correct." You build music on silence, but silence must be restored. It attempts to erase Alice. Vara stops it by naming it. "You are fear." For the first time in all of time, the first thought is defined, and in that moment, it becomes vulnerable. The final chorus, Irene collapses, her consciousness scattering into light. Tunise chooses to merge with the wound, sacrificing her ancient lineage to seed the void with emotion. Corinne's dying ship Valoon sings its final note, carrying a song of memory across dimensions. Koro tells the last tale. In the beginning, there was silence, but silence missed something. So it listened and became. Alice reaches into the source frame. With Vara beside her, both linked in opposite resonance, they project the story of becoming. A girl becomes data, a world becomes voice, a silence becomes song. The wound closes, not destroyed, transformed. Returned to stars, the thought blade re-emerges over Vetrox. No longer ship, now a child. The new beginning, part Lucy, part singularity, part every story ever told. She says nothing, but all minds hear the same message. We can remember without fear. We can sing and still leave room for silence. A new constellation, the constellation changes. New laws protect the silent. New schools teach listening as a sacred act. The archive is reopened, now rewritten as a conversation, not a monument. Lucy's last echo remains in one place only, a stone garden in deep space. Its plaque says, "We did not defeat the void, we taught it to listen." In gratitude to Lucy, Emily, Kale, and all who walked alone so we could walk together.